Welcome to Single Tree Nation. I'm your man, Charlie Eblen, the host and owner of Single Tree Woodfire Barbecue. We are here to build community through undeniable hospitality, storytelling, and the perfect plate of barbecue. What is going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblen. Welcome back to Single Tree Nation. We have a special episode today. As always, we have our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells, with us.
What's up, everybody?
We are downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium at the Savannah Bananas. I don't even know. It's just extraordinaire. It's party. Yeah. Excitement. It's gonna be epic. So today we're gonna have all kinds of great content for you. Tons of wonderful interviews. We're starting the day off with our first interview.
My personal, I know this is the interview I wanted most. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen his backside so many times. I was like, this is the guy I want to talk to. So that's.
I'm not gonna disagree with you. So you guys know him as the Dancing Umpire, and his first name is Vincent, and we just happened to run into him in the hallway. Well, the field.
On the field, that's right. So
and he was polite enough to come hang out with us. Hey, so thank you, welcome.
Hey, bearded ghosts like you guys.
Hey.
I think I fit in just fine.
That's right.
I love it. So, real quick, how long you been with the Bananas?
It's my fourth year.
4 years.
Yep.
So, we were talking pre-show, and you were in the restaurant business for a long time.
Yeah.
So, how do you go from the restaurant business to twerking on the field with the Bananas?
Well, I've umpired since I was 15.
Okay.
So restaurants was obviously I was a server when I was 16. And I umpired during the week, stuff like that. But people are my passion.
Yeah.
And as being a bartender and server, I mean that's what you're doing. You're taking care of people, and fortunately the money was good. Government didn't have anything to do with my cash tips. So
right.
It was really nice. During the day walking home with $200 or a double with $400, and eventually I got older, and so I wanted to start doing management. So I was an area manager for 8 years for a chain restaurant.
Nice.
But then COVID hit.
Yes.
And then food costs went up. And then everybody wanted $15 an hour to stay in their phone in the bathroom.
Yes.
Getting on Snapchat and social media. And then every customer was a germaphobe because everybody had COVID if you didn't clean off the table and, 0.2 seconds after another table left. It was just too much. And God blessed me with another door that opened. So I left there, went into the IT world. And a week before the IT world hit, I got a call from the Savannah Bananas. So I went way out of line. So y'all probably sorry about all the editing you're gonna have to do.
No, you were great.
You were perfect.
We don't like edits anyways. We want the authentic realness, brother.
And uncut.
Yeah, man. I love that. That's outstanding.
So you said the Savannah Bananas contacted you.
They did.
So you're an umpire. Did you have any social media presence or anything beforehand? Did they say, hey, this guy's got the charisma we're looking for? Or was it just, we need an umpire? Are you willing to do the job?
Well, I had a video go viral.
Okay.
In 2015. If you Google Umpire Does Whip and Nay Nay, it was a state tournament. And I was dancing in between innings.
Okay.
And that video went viral, like 12 million views on Facebook. And it actually got picked up by Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay.
So the Bananas, Zach Frangelo, he's the director of entertainment, saw the video and reached out to me on Facebook Messenger.
That is excellent.
That's crazy. It was like
crazy.
Six years later, I'm still umpiring, I'm still dancing because I'm known as a dancing umpire back home in Northeast Texas.
Okay.
But yeah, I got the call, and I just noticed who the Savannah Bananas were like 2 weeks before. My son showed me a TikTok video of Stilts running to first. I'm like, what is this?
That's crazy.
This is wild. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And then to see that message and show him after he got out of school, like, look who contacted me, asking if I was interested in being an umpire for him, and his mouth dropped.
That's awesome.
He was a senior in high school,
So he knew. He was aware.
Yeah. They don't get embarrassed. Like, we go to sporting events, they don't even bat an eye. Like, dad's dancing. That's my dad.
That's outstanding.
What's the interview process like? Like, is it, hey, give us your stage presence here? Or
it was so random. It was so weird because I did 2 Zoom meetings, and all they asked me for was some strikeout 3 dances.
Right.
Because what they wanted was an umpire that danced, but on strike 3, when you strike somebody out, dance.
Ump it up, jazz it up.
Jazz it up, like pump it up. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you just struck out here. You don't already, I mean, obviously people don't like umpires anyways.
Right.
Let's give them another reason not to like them. I just struck you out on a borderline strike 3 pitch, and now I'm twerking, you know.
That's outstanding. I love that. So, did you play ball growing up?
Did, yep. From my T-ball all the way through.
Okay. Your kids play ball?
They did, yep.
That's outstanding. So this is kind of, it's kind of like a dream come true almost.
Oh man, it's two things that I love to do the most, which is entertain people and umpire. And I'm able to do both in one night in front of.
It's incredible.
It was thousands of people, and now it's millions of people. Tonight we'll be on not only YouTube, like all of our games are. We'll be on ESPN Plus. We'll be on Disney Plus. And we'll be on ESPN2 tonight. So another over 1 million people will watch us from home.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll have 70,000 people in attendance tonight.
Well, and this is going to be on ESPN Radio. So
I don't know if I don't want to step. If y'all can hear the antics outside, we are still 6 hours from game time. And it is constantly already. Like I've loved just seeing.
It's incredible.
Obviously, y'all's organization is top to bottom. Just y'all know what you're doing. But to see how y'all have prepared to do the hospitality, to entertain the fans. I mean, I'm here as media, but I'm also here as a fan of what y'all do. Getting to be out there and just everybody's real. Everybody's down to earth, and nobody's got the overblown ego. And I mean, like, it just has been phenomenal. And so I appreciate that from you guys as somebody from the organization, but you yourself, I've made a couple mentions of it, best backside in baseball. Like, maybe most popular backside, you get 2 or 3 million hits on a reel that they send out, and that's what's going to happen, right? So,
all right. So every segment we do, we ask one question of everybody. Okay. When you go to a barbecue joint, all right.
Hey, wait.
Do you either?
You said you're North Texas?
Northeast Texas, yeah.
This may be the most.
This will be a good one.
This is probably our strongest, like most all. Not I think. What's the word? He's got this truest opinion here.
Yeah,
so
probably so far about everybody that's been on the show.
Yeah, the Tennessee folks.
Some good barbecue in Texas.
When you go to a barbecue joint, do you get the mac and cheese or the beans?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. I think we're leading in the mac and cheese.
It's got to be.
Mac and cheese is just something. When you're getting your barbecue, it goes. It sits well with your palate.
Just rolls with it.
It rolls with it.
Yeah.
Beans are okay. Don't get me wrong. If they give beans for free and there's chunks of sausage in the beans, I'm getting the beans too. But as far as ordering off the menu, I'm going to get some mac and cheese. Like I said, if the beans are free, I'll get me a bowl of those but it has to have the chunky sausage.
I love it.
In the beans, because I'm a meat guy.
I love it. I put brisket in mine.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
See, I could eat your beans.
Careful you tell that too. But anyway.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
He's a dancing umpire. Sure, that's not a left field joke.
Yeah.
I need to stop with the baseball puns. I'll quit. Anyway. All right, so.
I love it. Look, man, I know you're busy. I know you got a lot going on.
We're not done. No, let's continue going. And unless y'all were ready to interview somebody else.
No,
I'm good. I just don't want to take up your time.
Here, man. Y'all are bearded goats, and we're here.
Hey,
I got at least another 10 minutes in me.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
Trent's like, phone call. Man's over here working.
Trent's got 5 things going on right now, putting out 6 fires. Yeah,
we felt that we were on the field earlier, and he's in here setting up. And I was like, we really got to go get Trent. And then you came out, and there was other stuff going on. I was like, we really got to go get Trent. And Trent's like, we got to go get Trent. So anyhow, we love our producer. We appreciate him. So
Trent's the man, the myth, the legend for sure.
But so back to fans first, like what y'all brought up. I mean, it's 12:15 here. We got here at 10 o'clock. We don't play until 7.
Right.
Yeah.
But we have things that go on from 3 p.m. like entertainment-wise. There's a stage set up, so I'll be out there dancing at 3:30.
Nice.
I don't get out on the field till 6.
Is that the big stage I saw in the parking lot?
Big stage out in the front. So what they'll do is they'll open up the gates for everybody to come in, but they won't open up the gates to get in the stadium. So it's called a pre-show. So you're gonna have cast out there. You're gonna have some players out there. You're gonna have the band out there, both bands out there, and it's just they're there for a show. So the game lasts 2 hours, a 2-hour time limit, but you're getting 5-6 hours of entertainment for a price of a ticket, which costs $60 for NFL and MLB stadium, $60. So you're entertaining all day. You go to a movie,
You got an hour and a half.
You got an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Popcorn costs $18.
Oh man,
You're drinking.
Man.
And then when the show starts, the show starts and it's jam packed, full of energy. It's like going to a concert that you've always wanted to go to, and everybody's having a great time.
And everybody's the headliner. You don't miss. I wish, that pregame or the stuff that we saw out here were just warm ups. What got me was they even warmed up the scoring celebrations. They know their routine. They know what they want to do.
Absolutely.
Let's hear because they want the experience to be top notch.
Absolutely.
And I saw one of the guys, there's somebody already up in the press box somewhere, whatever, and they were doing batting practice. He's like, hit me up here. Yeah. And they were trying to hit it over the fence. They're like, all right, here we go.
That's outstanding.
That's the stuff, it doesn't matter who it is, because they don't know him from Adam. Right. They're trying to entertain, be part of the experience. And I think more and more people obviously the game looks fun. Don't get me wrong, but when you start realizing what y'all are doing hospitality-wise, what y'all are doing for entertainment value, it is a fantastic ticket. It is absolutely fantastic.
How much exponentially harder has it been now that you're in, major league stadiums, and then now we've jumped into NFL stadiums. We went to Clemson last week. You had 81,000 fans in the stands last week. Today's going to be 70-ish. That's a lot of people to go from. Look, I saw you guys play in, was it First Horizon? Is that the name of the park now? The National Sound Stadium. Yeah. And there was a lot of people there, right? And you guys did an epic job of entertaining everybody, and we loved it. My wife and the kids went crazy. But to step into this arena, it's got to be just a total different feeling.
It is. As far as the entertainment side, there's nothing like it. The energy, because it's unbelievable. People are screaming and yelling and having a great time.
Yeah.
And if I miss a call, I don't know if they're booing or cheering. You know what I mean?
Hey, that takes the pressure off, right?
Yeah. No more pressure anymore.
All I hear is, ooh, blue, I see you, blue.
That's outstanding.
Keep coming with it, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
But
that is
the
outstanding.
stadiums for us, as far as entertainment, there's nothing like it because the energy, obviously, the cheers, it's electric. The lights in the seventh inning when everybody has their flashlights out, it's magical.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as far as what we do, we have entertainment. There's 60 entertainers here, from Dad Bod to Nanas. They'll have places they need to be throughout the stadium, so we're trying to touch as many people
as possible.
Yeah, there's a game on the field, but one of the reasons separates us, MLB and us, is we're here for the fans. We have fan interaction. We have players going to the stands and handing out roses to people. I don't know if you remember Joey Votto, Cincinnati Reds, a couple years ago. He got out, went in the stands, and sat with a family for a half inning, and it blew up the internet.
Sure.
It's like, wow, that is so much. That's how it should be everywhere.
Yeah.
Because those guys don't realize, yes, they're millionaires, but they're millionaires because they have fans.
Yes.
And without fans selling tickets and buying your merch, you don't have.
You don't have much. That's right.
So you have to take care of who takes care of you.
Right.
And what I love about this organization, the first Zoom meeting I ever had, they told me their core values, and the first thing they said, fans first, entertainment. Every idea that they come up with is for the fans.
That's it.
It's not for you. It's not for your ego. It's not to see who has the best batting average or who can do the most street race. It's for that little kid up there, but also for that grandma that brought that kid.
Right.
Seeing the smiles on that kid's face, that he'll never forget the memories. And if they're lucky enough to get a baseball or a signed autograph or a picture, because everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard.
Right.
And that's what we do best at, is we give that to the fans, because they're here to see us, but we're here to see them.
Well, that pre-show, the staged area outside, we were walking in past it, and I thought, there's a party right here.
Oh, it's going to be a party.
Before the game even starts.
So we were walking in, I went, ooh. Ooh, what is that?
Yeah.
So I went to, I worked for a restaurant company at one point in time that had a restaurant inside of the Mercedes Dome in Atlanta, Falcon Stadium. And we went in, we were getting ready for a Beyonce concert. And when I was walking in today and I saw that stage up, that's what it made me feel like. and that was a full dome. Right. But just to see that coming into Nissan was incredible. Look, I can brag on y'all all day long. Y'all doing an incredible job. And just from what I've seen in the events that we've gone to and what I see on the internet and TV now and all the things you guys are doing, it's incredible. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'd like to add one other thing.
Please.
We get a lot of haters out there that say it's not real baseball. And in some aspects, they're correct. We have 11 different rules that baseball doesn't have. If someone bunts, they're ejected from the game. There's no timeouts. There's no mound visits. If a fan catches a foul ball, a clean catch, it's an out.
Yep.
Right? We take everything that's boring of the game of baseball
and just juice it up a little bit.
And we make it fast.
I love it.
We speed it up. There's no really balk. We call balks if it's oblivious and they're trying to get the runner out to deceive a runner.
Yeah.
Which that's what the rule of a balk is.
Right.
But if they quick pitch, there's no problem with that. If they do a backflip and they're not right on the rubber when they throw, there's no balk for that. The game is scripted as if it happens. So what you saw today, if someone hits a home run, that's the celebration they're going to do. If someone gets hit by a pitch, that's what they're going to do. It's not scripted as, hey, you're going to win this inning, you're going to walk, you're going to strike out. We got to make this a close game. We don't do that. It's a real game. I have to call real balls and strikes. I can't have a stupid zone where, oh, man, we got to get this inning. Let me call a strike that's 3 feet outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It has to be a real game, a clean game, because, yes, it's entertaining, but those guys want to beat each other.
All right, I got last question, 2 parts,
Gotcha.
okay? What's your favorite rule?
My favorite rule, obviously, because I'm an umpire.
Yeah.
If a fan catches a foul ball, it's an out.
Okay.
Because that speeds up the game, and umpires love outs. We get the game over with.
Yep.
Can I tell you my least favorite rule?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Fan challenge. Each team gets a challenge to overcall a call that I made, and one fan has the opportunity to challenge one of the umpire's calls as well.
Oh, geez. So you got that. He's watching everything you do.
They're watching me, and they're ready for them to mess up. Everybody's waiting for me to fail. You know?
You're an umpire. We were already waiting for you to fail. I mean, that's what,
exactly.
So they didn't need to encourage it.
You know what happened to me? I went to the ear doctor last week. You know what he did? He checked my eyes.
Oh, geez. Look at him. Look at him.
It's insane.
How long did you work on that?
I just thought of that.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding.
Oh,
all right, follow up, second part. If you could create your own rule, you didn't have to get Jesse approval. Nobody. You walk out tonight.
This is dangerous. Is Jesse going to see this?
New rule. This is the 13th rule.
Okay.
What is it?
The umpire is allowed to take it at bat. So,
make that happen.
Yes.
You got a DH.
Yeah.
You can DH the umpire.
I love it.
Because that's my dream is since I've been here, I want to take it at bat.
Is it the coach's ability to let you DH or the umpire's ability to say, hey, you're not batting, I'm batting for you?
Dude, if we're making that rule, then I'm batting every single game. I don't care.
You only get one on both teams.
Oh, that's fine. I'll bat for
both.
both.
What I would say.
I'll bat for both. Yeah. But I don't care if it's the last hitter or the 3-hole hitter.
All right.
When that time comes, I'm taking my swing.
That's it.
I love it.
My shot.
I love it. Look, you guys heard it here. We are going to make the 13th rule in Banana Ball official today. Not really. But we'll see. Maybe when we talk to Jesse later, we'll figure it out. But
we'll put in a good word for you.
Yeah, we will. Look, hey, I can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with us for just a few minutes. This is awesome. I can't wait to see the game tonight and see the best backside in Tennessee.
That's right. Exactly.
I love it.
Give me a shout out on my social media.
I'm getting ready to do it. I'm going to post it here in just a second. So
TheDancingUmpire.com.
That's it.
All my merch, all my socials are right there.
I love it. I love it.
Book events, whatever you want to do. If y'all want to come eat some barbecue with you guys.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. I'm going to recommend
that's
the
for
porch
sure.
burger, but if he's got the deviled eggs that night, get those. Just saying.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes with our next guest. What's going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblen, the owner of Single Tree Barbecue, located right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 2805 Old Fort Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 to 3. If you want some smoked wings all the way to some Texas-style smoked brisket, y'all come see us. We have some amazing lunch specials during the week and outstanding barbecue right here in the Middle Tennessee area. We can't wait to see you guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today has been an epic day already. We have our next guest on the show, me and our illustrious co-host, Mr. Derry Wells here.
It's been good. It's been real good.
Stilts.
How we doing?
Look, I'm going to tell you, man, we were just on the field. You were doing some warming up, some practice and rehearsing and stuff. I don't know how in the hell you throw a baseball when you're 11 foot tall.
It don't make no sense to me neither. I just try to hit my target. That's all I try to do.
It's outstanding.
And you've never hit against somebody throwing from stilts. What do your guys give you as feedback, though, for that ball coming at that trajectory?
So I've got a pitch. I call it a tall ball.
Oh, yeah, I bet you do.
It's just a slider, though, and it breaks like 6.5 foot. It makes them buckle every time.
6.5 feet.
The downward angle that I throw from, man,
yeah.
it's hard to hit. I mean, you got to connect with that thing just right, or you going to hit it on the ground, or you going to just pop out.
That is awesome. Well,
that's outstanding. If
y'all get to see a Savannah Bananas show when Stilts pitches, just be impressed at the physics. Like it's
yes,
awesome.
For sure. So now, when I tried to tell the story, I screw it up, and it's probably going to come better coming from you, anyways. But you haven't been with the Bananas very long.
I've been with the Bananas since I've been at all but 3 banana ball games that's ever been played with the organization. Yeah.
Okay. So I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'm glad we cleared that up. But you didn't apply for the Bananas, right?
Not at all. I was pushing a wheelbarrow full of concrete. I was pouring a pool deck, and my mama called. My phone went off. I set the wheelbarrow down and answered the phone, and she told me I had a tryout. She didn't ask, hey, you want to go to this tryout?
Okay.
She said, hey, you're going to this tryout this weekend? And I'm like, I ain't played ball in 2 years. I graduated high school in 19. And she said, I think you got an advantage because I told him you could walk on stilts. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The Bananas, I didn't know anything about them.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was getting into. And when she told me that I was taking my stilts to tryouts, I'm like, man, I don't even want to go. I said, these folks going to laugh at me. They're going to think I'm a joke, think I'm a fool going out there. But everything happens for a reason, man. The good Lord wasn't ready for me to be off the field.
That's awesome. And when Mama calls, you answer, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's
every time. Yeah.
So you played high school ball?
I did.
Were you recruited in high school?
Not at all, man. I'll be honest with you. I didn't have the grades.
Okay.
I knew college ball wasn't in the cards for me. I graduated in 19, and I went straight to work. I was just busting my butt every day.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's right. That's right.
Worked my tail off. So 2 years later, Mama calls. You're going to go do this tryout.
Yep.
You're going to take your stilts. What was it like walking into that stadium, that arena, wherever the tryouts were, with your stilts in your hand to come play baseball?
So I tell you, whenever we got there, I had brought a unicycle too. I can ride a unicycle backwards, forwards, upstairs, downstairs.
Didn't know that one either. I love this.
I left the stilts in the car, man. I didn't even. I told them I ain't doing that. We ain't taking these stilts out here. And I about halfway through tryouts, I come back into the dugout. And the number one rule for a parent in a high level of ball, you don't come to the dugout, you don't bring stuff to your kid, whatever. And I see these dang sheetrock stilts leaned up against the dugout. And I told myself, I said, either I'm going to leave this place because I ain't played ball in 2 years, and these guys can really play some ball.
Yes, sir.
So either I'm going to get here and I'm going to go home, and it's just going to be, I guess you could say, a waste of time for me, or I'm going to be different, step out of my comfort zone. And they at least going to say my name one time, whether it's good or bad. I'm going to get some kind of attention out of it. And I put the stilts on. I told Jesse, I said, hey, Jesse, I got some stilts, man. I don't know what I can do with them. I know I can walk in them. That's about it. And he said, can you hit a ball? And I told him, yeah, man, heck yeah. And I had never swung a bat. That thought had never crossed my mind. And I put them on. I had dog collars holding them onto my leg because the original straps, they were dry rotted.
That's hysterical.
And I told him, I was like, heck yeah, I can hit a baseball. And we get out there, and they start throwing to me, man. And I actually did start hitting the ball. I'm like, man, ain't no way I'm out here doing that. And, yeah, Jesse was over there jumping up and down. The tryouts went completely silent, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm on to something. And I woke up. We went home, woke up in the Airbnb house, thought nothing was going to come out of that. Stilts baseball, that don't make sense. And I woke up, and on the Savannah News, I was all over the news. I'm like, man, this is
that is cool. Awesome.
The biggest notoriety I'd ever had
outstanding.
Was on Facebook at my high school team or something.
Right.
So the fact that
the senior prank.
Yeah. But yeah, just being on the news, I was like, man, that's cool. And then on the way home, Jesse called me, and he's like, hey, I want to bring you on as the first entertainer player ever. And I said, as long as I ain't going to be no mascot, I'll do it.
Right.
As long as I can touch a baseball and get to play the game I love, I'm all for
Yeah.
it. Let's do it.
And that was 21?
That was 21, yeah.
And so you said you've played every game except 3.
Yep.
And is that experience, like, I know that only so much, like, y'all playing an actual baseball game.
Right.
Vinny, only the parts that's scripted are the celebrations or the pre and post, whatever. When you put the stilts on, like we saw you doing warm-ups, is there an excitement that, like, all right, we're getting to do this again? Or is it the, like, oh, man, or is it just and I don't mean that in a negative way, but just I've done the shtick, I kind of know what I'm going into. But then when you see everybody show up and they're like, oh, there's stilts, right?
Man, whenever I get to step out on the field, man, I turn around and I see all these people hollering for me. And like I told you before the show started here, my little hometown's 1,400 people, so being able to play in front of this many people and all the people are smiling, cheering, having a good time, that lets me know that I play a small part in that, and that makes me feel real good.
That's awesome. Well, I do know, like, for my kids, you're the most popular player.
Oh,
I mean, they know it.
That.
No, I said for my kids. I'm just throwing it out there. But
Look, I will tell you, just to back him up, my kids know 3 people by name on a team.
Okay.
You, Rack, and the umpire.
Vince.
That's it.
Does Vince ever get to interact with y'all outside of
absolutely
baseball field?
For sure. Vince is one of my best friends.
Okay.
Me and Vince, we away from the baseball field, we go in to get on a boat, go fishing somewhere.
Okay.
We go to a little league game, go impact some kids somewhere. Like, we're always doing something.
Did you ever shut up at a Little League game in your stilts?
No, not in the stilts. Normally the stilts are in transit.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's not the same stilts, is it?
What's that?
The sheetrock stilts that were in the dugout?
No. I don't think I'd have any knees left if I was doing what I do on sheetrock stilt.
Do you get a lot of support out of them?
A little bit. The stilts I use, they're about 3.5 pounds a piece, and they're
okay.
That's the best pair of stilts I've found for what I do on them.
That's awesome. Now, while we were walking in today, you said that Vince was the best what fisherman?
Oh, the toad fisherman.
Toad fisherman. That's it.
If there's 20 toads in the water, he's going to catch 25.
Okay. You said that we were walking that tunnel. I was like, this man, like, that's impressive. You telling your secrets.
Oh, he's going to love it.
If I find him later, I'm going to bring that up. But hey, you need to defend yourself. Dakota done thrown you under the bus.
I hear you catch toads.
That's right.
Just saying.
Man, that's hilarious.
That's outstanding. So, look, banana ball's unlike anything else when it comes to the baseball world. Right? So when we were talking to Vince, we've come up with a 13th rule to the rules, okay? And we think, and Vince agrees with us, that the umpire should be able to tell the next batter that he's not going to bat, but the umpire is going to bat for him.
Oh, man.
Give him one DH spot.
One DH spot.
Umpire golden batter.
Yes.
He's already named it. The
Right.
umpire
See?
golden batter. See?
That's why I brought it up. Now, when Jesse comes in later and we pitch this, we can have the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
We
got a name for it.
We're 2 for 2 with a name now, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, good.
I think, the umpire golden batter.
That is great.
Yeah.
Umpire.
Hey, Vince's pretty short. He's going to have a small strike zone there.
And see, that's the caveat to it. Whoever he takes out's the umpire.
Oh.
There you go. So there's a little bit of the push and pull there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I like
we
it.
can do this. We
I
can
like
do
it.
this.
So
we asked Vince, what's your favorite rule?
Fan catch a foul ball. That's pretty cool.
That was his too?
You're not going to see that nowhere else but in Banana Land. And regardless if they catch my foul ball, it's going to give them a good moment. Although I don't like it when they catch the tall guys foul ball.
Right.
They get one at bat every 3 games. It's a cool experience. Where else can you go and
that's a memory.
Play a part in a game
Right.
that's being a professional baseball game that's being played? That's crazy.
Because you go to the parks and you catch somebody's foul ball. That's fun. You got
Memorabilia.
Memorabilia. You got that thing. But that right there.
That plays a part. That can decide a ball game.
Right.
1 out can decide a ball game.
Oh,
that's awesome. Well, good. I'm glad. That's an impressive rule, though, that for you and Vince to both. And I'm sure it's a lot of guys, but that's a lot of fun.
So if you could, we asked Vince, we'll ask you, if you could come up with your own rule to be the 13th rule in banana ball, what would that rule be?
That's a hard one. That's a question I ain't never thought about.
All right.
We need a halftime show where Stilts can go fishing in between or something.
Not bad.
Can we bring
Not
in
bad.
a stocked pool just on the field?
Hey,
Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Right.
fishing,
See,
Yeah.
we can work with this.
That's outstanding.
Look, center
I
field
love it.
fishing break and still
Yeah.
just letting them rip, man. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Catch anything over 2 pounds, it's an out.
But you can only put one fish in there that weighs over 2 pounds.
Right.
You got to hope he bites.
Yeah.
That's right.
See,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah,
we
see,
got
we
plans.
can get it all down.
Hey, they would never be able to get me locked back in on the game.
No, they wouldn't. They done gave that man a fishing pole. Game's over for
It's
Stilts.
Squirrel.
You better let me hit in the first half because I'm fishing the rest.
I love it. So we ask everybody that comes on our show, we have a segment, and it's called Mac or Beans. It's a this or that segment, okay? And so we ask everybody, when you go into a barbecue joint and you're getting your barbecue, do you get the macaroni and cheese or the baked beans?
Oh, the mac and cheese. I love me some cheesy macaroni.
Mac and cheese. We're 2 for 2 today.
There we are. That's
2 for
it.
2 today. I love it. I love it. That is outstanding. Man, look, I am stoked that you got to hang out with us for a few minutes.
Me too.
What, anything you would like to tell the world about Banana Ball that they don't know?
As competitive as it gets, and it's just a bunch of guys having fun, and we just are lucky enough to have an impact on people the way we do.
And that's
fun.
incredible.
That is fun.
I love the hospitality that every banana that I've met so far has. You guys, there's no question in my mind. Jesse's mission of being fan first and really trying to just grow that hospitality comes through the whole organization so far that I've met, at least, and it's absolutely incredible. So, look, how can people get a hold of you, find you?
You just type in Dakota Stilts on any social media, and I'll normally pop up there.
I love it.
I didn't even put Dakota. I just typed in Stilts, and
Hey,
there
yeah,
it was.
Stilts.
It popped right up.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
easy.
Yeah, it's
So,
There ain't too
outstanding.
many people with that name.
That's right. That's right.
Look, again, man, I appreciate you coming to hang
I
out with
appreciate
us.
y'all having
Thanks
me.
to
Have a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
game tonight.
Thanks for making
you
my
guys
kids
know what
jealous
to
today.
do.
So that's
Make sure you follow my man Stilts. I'm sure if you get on his socials, you'll see some incredible stuff. He's got some bass and bucks and a little bit of baseball
If
on
you
there.
like the outdoors and like seeing stuff you never seen on a baseball field, give me a follow and you'll see it.
That's awesome.
Look,
A lot of
guys,
fishing, a lot of hunting.
you guys know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. Give us just a few minutes. We'll be right back with our next guest. What's going on, guys? I'm your man, Charlie Eblen, the owner of Single Tree Barbecue, located right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, 2805 Old Fort Parkway. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 until 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 11 to 3. If you want some smoked wings all the way to some Texas-style smoked brisket, y'all come see us. We have some amazing lunch specials during the week and outstanding barbecue right here in the Middle Tennessee area. We can't wait to see you guys. Welcome back, guys. We are rocking and rolling today. We have had some pretty cool guests so far.
You can say so.
One or two.
A quick shout out, because he is in the room, Sam, for helping us out with getting everybody in.
Sam's a
We
rock
appreciate
star.
it. Thank you. Yes,
Rock
sir.
star.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, anyhow,
That should-
everybody spoke highly of you too.
Oh,
Like, you've got everybody in. There you go. There you go.
Glue guy.
Maybe if we talk real nice to him, we can get him up here.
Hey, I wonder if we could. All right.
Maybe
you
so.
got 5 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen him stop. This is the laziest move since I've been here 2.5 hours.
No.
So,
Yeah.
anyhow.
That's outstanding. Well, as usual, we have Derry, as you can already tell, but now we are fortunate enough to sit with the man, the one that runs all this stuff, Gilly. Welcome.
Dude, I'm pumped up to be here. I can't wait for you guys to see the show tonight. Have you seen the show yet, live?
I have been to one banana game.
Yes.
When you guys came to Nashville a couple years back and played at the Sound Stadium. Me and my wife and my 2 youngest children came. I will tell you that from probably about a month or 2 prior to that is when I found out about who Savannah Bananas was. We got fortunate enough, a friend of ours won tickets in a lottery, and they won like 50 tickets. So she called us and said, "Hey, we got 5 extra tickets. Y'all want to go?"
yes.
And my wife went, "Yes."
It's like finding gold.
So I'm standing next to her when she's replying to this, and I said, "You said yes before you even know how much it is."
It doesn't matter. No, that doesn't
And that's what
matter.
she said. She said, "It doesn't matter."
That's right.
It doesn't. And I was like, "Okay, you're probably right." So
I have not seen the show.
Oh, I can't
I've
wait.
seen a few of the
Okay.
internet stuff, that kind of thing. I am stoked out of my mind. But I will say from the fan experience, what y'all have allowed us to see already from the pregame and seeing everybody out there. These guys are having fun. But as much as it is a show, they got the competitive drive. They are ready to – they want to win the ball game. And I know your antics are kind of scripted and whatever. The game is not.
No.
And it is already a blast for me as the consumer. I'm loving it. So,
well,
we're stoked.
I'm fired up. You know, our goal is to break down the wall between player and fan and create never-forget moments for every fan that walks through that gate, you know. And when we're recruiting, we're trying to find unbelievable humans that are selfless, they're hardworking, they're tough, but they're talented. And a lot of people don't realize how talented our guys are. We've got 100 players in-house right now because we have 4 teams: Bananas, Party Animals, Tailgaters, Firefighters.
Okay.
Each team has roughly 25 players on it. We have over 35 guys that played minor league baseball. Majority of these guys played independent baseball, D1 baseball, high-level college baseball, and they're doing backflips on the field. Our shortstop does a trick play every single play, and a lot of people don't realize how hard that is. I mean, trying to catch a normal ground ball and throw a guy out at 4.3 seconds is tough enough, and he's doing trick plays every time.
I don't know who we saw warming up, but he was doing like a 360 backflip. Is that how you describe that, Trent?
Yeah.
It was acrobatic.
You can name it if
It
you want.
was wildly acrobatic,
Yes.
and I was just like, just to be able to do it, much less during or a baseball play.
Yeah.
I would describe it as a tornado doing a flip.
Sure, there you go. It was, and he was just reeling them off, and I was like, these guys,
like it was nothing.
Yeah. So
how long have you been with the Bananas?
2018 was my first year as the head coach. So at that time, we were a summer collegiate team, and Banana Ball didn't even exist.
Okay.
But our goal was to be fans first in everything that we do, and then also try to create never-forget moments. But we were trying to look at the game in a unique way of doing things outside of the box. So the first quote I ever heard from the Bananas is, whatever's normal, we're going to do the exact opposite, right? So normal's going to get normal results. So what we started doing is we brought in a dancing first base coach, and we started dancing on the field. Our players were doing choreographed dances in the middle of the second inning. We were going up in the stands and handing out roses to little girls and grandmas, and we had guys dancing on the dugouts. We were doing all this unique stuff. And it started to develop from then. But what people didn't realize is when we were in that summer collegiate team, everybody was seeing our social media that was unique. It was a lot of the entertainment side of it. They didn't realize that we won more games than anybody else in the league in those 6 years.
Okay.
We also had over 30 guys that were drafted from our summer collegiate team into pro baseball.
Nice.
Right, and so at the end of that summer, 2018, Jesse got us in what we call the ABR. It's a little building down the left field line. He said, hey, we're gonna look at creating a new game. At that time, it wasn't called Banana Ball, and he showed us what the rules were, and we were talking through those details. And you know, the rules are unbelievable. I think they're the best rules in baseball, in sports. But
I hate to interrupt you,
Yeah,
but
get
you
after
brought
it.
up the rules.
Yes. What's your
And
favorite?
there's been a theme today about the rules. Okay?
Yep.
So in our first segment today, we had the Dancing Umpire on.
Yes.
had Vince.
And we asked Vince if he could come up with the 13th rule, what would it be? And then we had Stilts on. We asked him the same thing. So, but before we get there, because we're going to ask you the same question, what is your favorite rule? There's 12 rules. What's your favorite?
So the one I had the most impact on was stealing first base back in the day when we were creating Banana Ball 2018. I love stolen bases. We have a saying called pressure burst pipes. So we would break all the stolen base records for multiple years. So the steal of first base was one of my favorites, but the overall favorite rule, I think it's the best rule in sports, is the fan catch out, because the fans get
3 for 3.
3 for 3, baby. That's
It's
it.
a no-brainer. You bring fans down and create another never forget moment. They hang out in the dugout with us. We announce them on the field in front of 65, 70,000 people. It's pretty electric.
So, Dancing Umpire says that the 13th rule should be that the umpire gets 1 DH for each team.
The golden batter.
Whatever batter that comes up, he can say, oh, take a seat, it's my turn. And
would
he
say
goes and
that.
sits down.
He
Okay?
would say that.
So,
He
We added a caveat,
He
though.
expects the spotlight to be on him
Whoever he
24/7.
replaces gets to ump
Gets to
for that.
umpire.
Yeah, for that.
Yes.
For that. See, yeah, right. See,
right.
Dudes would be balls would be this far
That's
outside.
right.
Yeah.
I think it would be great.
It would be 3 pitches no matter where they're located.
You better be swinging, Vince. You better be swinging.
Yes.
It's like in elementary school. You started with one strike already to speed the game up. Vince was already behind before you took the bat.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, he's only going to get 3 or he's out. Yeah. He better get hit.
That's right.
Or he better hit the ball.
I love it.
All right.
Oh, that's great.
Stilts says that we need to figure out how to put a pond in the middle of the field so he can go fishing.
That's it.
That dude.
All right. And then
dude sleeps with his fishing pole.
Yes, and then if he catches anything over 2 pounds, it's an automatic out.
He did, however, say don't let him fish till the 3rd inning because he's done afterwards. Like that just FYI.
He would never be able to get back into the game.
Yeah, so, that guy, he every city we go to, he finds a fishing hole somewhere. He
already did. Yeah. He was telling us already. He pulled like a dozen out of the river over here last night. And
good for him.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
We did encourage him not to eat them, but I don't know if I trust downtown Nashville River, but
no,
that's the Cumberland. I do know my geography, but
as the head coach, been around since inception. What's your 13th rule?
We're going to the league next year, and we are going to have the Banana Ball Championship League. So we're going to have standings. There's going to be wins, losses, all of that. And I love the trick plays. I'm a defensive guy, infield guy, so I'd love to see the trick plays actually count towards the standings. That's probably the thing that I'm looking at more than anything going into the league, and keeping the main thing, and keeping Banana Ball what it is, and making those trick plays important, because it's impressive to do the trick plays.
Right.
Yeah. I think they should matter towards the standings. So that would be my 13th.
I'm thinking like you got a gymnastics panel of judges. And that trick play's worth this, that kind of thing. You're running with it.
I like that.
Make that happen. That's good. There you go.
So one of my favorite things that I've really even learned even more today is you guys are fans first.
Yes.
You all have been in and around baseball in some form, whether it was just through high school or college or professional, however it is, right? So as a coach, right, I got 2 boys that play ball. Derry's got kids. We're all around baseball. What advice would you give the kids today? Because it's gotten to be so competitive and parents are so involved, and we push these children so hard. What advice would you give the youth of baseball today to accomplish the goals and really master America's pastime?
The biggest thing is you got to have fun. You got to be a great teammate. Like, you got to show up, and it's got to be about your boys, the guys that are around you, and you got to have fun doing that. I think a lot of kids, they lose that, or they're playing on teams where they're not connected. And personally, I grew up in a small town, Latta, Oklahoma, where we literally played t-ball together, and then we played high school baseball together. And I think that going through all of that in those tough, hard times, you had your boys with you, and you guys know how it is. You got best friends that are there during the good times and the bad times. And I think that's so important, is being on some of those teams that you've got your boys and your brothers right next to you. And I had that personal experience, and I know that experience is unique, especially in today's world with travel baseball, where every weekend kids are playing on different teams. You might not even know who your teammates are. But from my experience, from preschool all the way to 12th grade, I was playing with my boys, and we were lucky enough that we won 4 state championships in high school, and I didn't realize how lucky I was of being coached by a guy named Eddie Collins, who I call my hero. He's my high school coach. He became the winningest high school baseball coach in the entire country in 2021.
Wow.
And so what I know about Coach Collins is he taught me more about life than he ever did about baseball, and he's pretty damn good at coaching baseball. And so I think the best piece of advice is have fun, work your butt off. Yeah, Coach Collins' quote all the time was, it doesn't matter who's in that dugout, they put their pants on just like you do, one leg at a time. So get in there and compete, have fun, and be around some boys, and create some never-forget moments.
To my son who's listening, you might have heard that before. Just saying.
Yeah, but
work hard, have fun.
Coach didn't say it before you did. So
right. It falls on a different ear.
That's exactly
when Coach does it.
That's right. That's it.
I love that. So, look, every show we do a segment, and in this segment we call it's Mac or Beans is the segment name. It's a this or that. But for today, we are asking everybody, when you go to a barbecue joint, and you get your entree, Do you get the mac and cheese or do you get the beans?
Yeah, I went to Jack's on Broadway,
Okay.
and I got the beans this time. I will say I didn't like the look of their mac and cheese. I mean, I'm a big mac and cheese guy, so Jack's, if you're watching, I'm sorry, but the beans were legit. But I love mac and cheese if it's the right mac and cheese.
So we are 4 for 4 today on mac and cheese, 3 for 3, whatever it is. If you want good mac and cheese, I know a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
About
got
30 minutes down the road, but
you got 35, 40 minutes to drive south, come see me.
Let's do it, baby.
We'll be there. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, but I'll be there. So that's outstanding. What if you could kind of tell the world about something about Savannah Bananas baseball that not everybody may know, what would that be?
Yeah, it's not scripted and it's real. We got real baseball dudes, and we're trying to be the best at everything. We're trying to be the best and most talented on the field. We're trying to be the best at entertainment. We're trying to be the best at connecting, so that's social media and in person. And we're trying to be the best at creating never forget moments. And so a lot of people see us in different lights, whether it's on TikTok or YouTube or in person, and they're kind of like trying to figure out what we do, right? And a lot of people compare us to the Globetrotters, but the truth is our games are real. And so with that, we're trying to be the best at everything and create an experience that people will never forget. And that's trying to be the best at all of those areas along the way. So the best is the standard.
I love that.
That's fantastic.
I love it.
You got your Opry House wristband on. Who'd you get to see last night?
Man, we performed with Low Cash last night.
Okay.
They invited us. If you guys watched our Tampa game, we played in the Buccaneer Stadium.
Okay,
Low Cash was our halftime show.
Okay.
Yes, we have halftime shows.
See, that's
Low Cash came out. We did a huge piece with those guys, and then they invited us to the Grand Ole Opry last night. Man, what a never forget moment.
Yeah.
Didn't have that on my bingo card.
Right.
And growing up, country boy, ate Oklahoma, and my grandma used to watch, Hee Haw on TV at night, and I used to fall asleep watching that and watching all the performers. And as a musician, like that's your bucket list. You want to be on the Grand Ole Opry, right? And you want to stand in that circle. And man, our guys got to do that, and it was pretty awesome. But talking about creating never forget moments, I heard a story last night. There was a kid in the stands. He was in the audience last night, right? And he's got his Bananas hat on. And our guys came in. Low Cash was on the stage singing. Our boys ran down the aisle and started doing all of their two-stepping and line dancing. And they said this little boy had his Bananas hat on. He's like, no way!
He's ready.
That's
he's
outstanding.
fired up. So you think, as a little boy, being 10 years old, you're going to go watch musicians play.
Yeah.
And then, Bananas
That's one of those
are
where mom and
show
dad
up.
drug you to the show, but you
Yes.
lucked out.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
said.
you're like, man, I don't know if I want to go watch this. And then like, dude, the Bananas showed up.
That's
right.
outstanding.
It's cool.
Man, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So how can people find you, follow you, get more involved, all the things with the Bananas?
Yeah, so we're on absolutely every social media platform, thesavannahbananas.com, and we're on YouTube. I think that's the best thing that everybody can think about is all of our games are free on YouTube, and now a lot of our games are on ESPN. We're testing some of those different broadcast pieces as we move forward and as we grow, and so ESPN, we got to deal with those guys, and it's been really, really special, and the broadcast has been huge. We do everything in-house, and so learning along the way is a big piece, and so as anybody that's owning a business or starting a company is like, you can't be scared to go through the mess. You can't be scared to test it. We were a small summer team that sold 2 tickets in the first 3 months, and now we've got 3 million people on our wait list to get a ticket.
That's
and
awesome.
Trying to create never forget moments. So,
Man, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Look, I can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with us for a few minutes. It means the world to me and Derry for sure. I know all the people in the world out there like to hear a little bit more of the behind the scenes kind of story, and this is going to be an absolutely just epic episode for us. We're pretty stoked. So, look, I thank you very much. Looking forward to the game tonight. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I got an idea who's going to win already, just because.
No, you don't.
Well,
you don't suck it.
Well, I am psyched. I am psyched. Look, the Bananas are going to win. It's that easy.
I like the way he's thinking. But the
I'm
game's not
realist.
scripted. We'll see.
No.
Party Animal's been beating up on us a little bit. We got to play better.
I've seen the pre-game for the Party Animals. I need that celebration. So I don't know if it's per player or the whole team, but there's one celebration I personally look forward to. I want you guys to pull it out, but if they score one on you, I'm not going to be upset. So just saying.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah,
It's
I
big
love
on
it.
big. It's
That's
big
it.
on big. We're going to throw some punches. We're going to get after
There's
it.
some personality on the field.
It's
That's
going to be
it.
fun.
It's going to be awesome. Look, you guys know what to do. Make sure you follow my man Gilly. You won't be disappointed. Get to a Savannah Bananas game pretty soon. And look, it's going to be an epic night, epic show. Wait till you see the next episode of this show, and make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. You guys know what to do. Follow me. If you want to get involved, you can email me at charlie@singletreebbq.com. Give me a call at 615-307-0120, and we can get you booked on the show. Until next time, guys, we'll see you then.
Y'all be good.
Boom, baby. You guys.
Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, leave us a 5-star review and come see us at the restaurant.